Ruben, you made your senior Chelsea debut on the 10th of December 2014. Do you know who the opponent was, and can you remember the score?
Sporting Lisbon. Score. Was it 3-1?
It was 3-1.
It was 3-1.
It was 3-1. The answer to that first question is not usually that the player's debut came in the Champions League.
Yeah.
You were 18. What was that like as a first experience playing at the highest level of club football?
Yeah, nerve-wracking. I remember being really nervous. Kind of got the feeling I was going to be involved, a couple of days before, especially during the press conference. And I didn't know if I was going to start or come on or whatever, but it was fantastic to get a feel of Champions League in the evening under the lights.
A little over a month later, you got your first Premier League appearance. Can you remember who that came against?
Was it Man City? Man City.
The very next season, you got your first senior goal for Chelsea. Can you remember who it came against?
Give me the answer.
Scunthorpe.
Oh.
Do you remember that goal?
I do remember.
Do you remember
that
what
goal.
it was like
to
get your first goal?
Yeah, unbelievable. I remember I gave it the knee slide.
Yeah. As you mentioned, that was in the FA Cup. Your first Premier League goal came against
Aston Villa. Yeah.
You got that one?
Yeah.
What was that like to get your first Premier League goal?
To get it in the Premier League is just, you step back and it's just another big step. It's in the Premier League. I played well on the day and started, and it was just kind of just a good step mentally to kind of push me forward.
You went on loan to Crystal Palace for the 2017-18 season. 22 appearances in all competitions for Palace. How many goals?
It was only 2, wasn't it?
How was your first experience going out on loan? How did you come to that agreement with Antonio Conte?
It was something I wanted to do for a while, actually, not just that season. It was a fantastic season for me, making my England debut and playing in a lot of games and then going to the World Cup off the back of that.
As you mentioned, you did go to the World Cup with England at the end of that season. You played in the first game against Tunisia. Who did you come on for?
Was it Jesse Lingard? No. Tell me.
Dele Alli.
Dele.
Yeah. Do you remember your shirt number for England during that World Cup?
21. Yeah.
Got it hung up somewhere?
I've got it. I've got a few of them at home. Yeah.
You came back to Chelsea, had a really good season, 40 games in all competitions.
Yeah.
How many goals?
I think it was 10, wasn't it? Was it 10?
Yeah, that's a good answer. One of those came in the Europa League semi-final. Do you remember the opponent?
Frankfurt.
You missed the final and then much of the next season through an Achilles injury. How hard was it to miss the final, and how difficult was the recovery as well?
It was very difficult for me to accept, and I was very angry. I wasn't there. I was recovering from a big injury, which took a while for me to feel like myself again.
I read you went to see a very famous British sporting superstar to talk about injuries and careers. Who was it?
Andy Murray. Yeah.
How did that come about?
Well, I'm a big tennis fan. Play some tennis. Originally, I was supposed to have a hit with him. Yeah, but it didn't work out. So, just spoke to him about his injuries, because he's had a tough time with his surgery and stuff like that. It's amazing what he's been able to do from the surgery, and he's back playing competitive tennis and winning games. So,
I saw you at Wimbledon with Ben Chilwell.
Yeah.
Any of the Chelsea players got any game?
A few are talking big game.
Yeah? Who talks the biggest game?
Reece James.
Yeah? Just in general or about tennis?
Yeah, just in general, really. But in tennis, he says he plays, and I think I would smoke him.
You saying that you play, I've seen on your Instagram there was a photo saying playing some tennis. I didn't see one racket. I saw a couple of guns in the photo. I saw some abs. There was a few balls lying around. Do you actually play, or are you just talking a big game as well?
No, I do play.
Back to the football. You went out on loan, as you mentioned, to Fulham for the 2020-21 season. There is one team you haven't been out on loan to at Chelsea, unlike many of your Chelsea teammates. Do you know which club I'm talking about?
A lot of Chelsea players have been out on loan to... Oh, Vitesse.
Do you know how many players Chelsea have sent out to Vitesse
Wow.
in the
Over
past?
complete past. 10?
29.
No.
Yeah. How did you avoid that? Did you ever get the chance to go out to Holland and play for Vitesse?
I was ready for the Premier League, so that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
And the managers were happy to take me in the Premier League, so I was like, that's where I want to go, because I believed I was at that level at that moment. I didn't think, going abroad to Vitesse would give me, what I was looking for. So that's why I avoided that one.